we're obviously looking to bring in some experience. Jeetan Patel's done a brilliant job for the club, and legend is a phrase that gets bandied around too often. But, Jeets has been a legend, not just for Warwickshire, but in county cricket, full stop. He's set standards for other spinners to follow. And it's been interesting reading, Gareth Batty this week talking about, the quality that there is of spinners out there and how important spinners are to English cricket. And we all recognise that. And I think what we need to make sure is that we have a method of bringing our best spinners through. And for me, finding somebody like Danny available and being able to bring him in, and not to be, a direct like-for-like replacement for Jeets, but someone who's got a lot of experience. He's at a good age for a spinner. He's only going to get better. And Jeets will tell you, he got better and better with age. And I expect Danny to do exactly the same. And whilst he's got a reputation for, his great work in T20 and one-day cricket, he has got this real passion to keep developing his game with red ball cricket as well. And I think he gives us, somebody who will be able to do a brilliant job in the first innings and bowl containing overs, and then come into the game more and more as the wickets start to wear. And, we know at Edgbaston, the wickets do turn, the pitches do turn. They're excellent cricket pitches, and we've seen this year, the games that we played this year, they've been fantastic pitches, but there's always a little bit there for the spinners as the games develop. So, we think that we've got a brilliant signing in Danny, as I say, right age, fantastic experience. He's been to finals day so many times, with Hampshire and Sussex. He's obviously played for England, and he's still got aspirations to play international cricket. And that's really important. We're not bringing somebody in who is just happy to join Warwickshire. He's happy to come and prove that in the pool of talent there is in English cricket at the moment, that he has still got aspirations to play international cricket. And that's a great signing for any club.
Was that part of the discussions when you were trying to recruit someone like Danny, that he could obviously enhance his game and go on to better things?
Absolutely. And it doesn't matter who it is. Even Tim Bresnan this year that we signed, and obviously came in on loan for this half a season and now has joined full-time for the next 2 seasons. He's still got aspirations. He's still got goals that he wants to achieve. So when you sign somebody, you don't want to just bring them in because it looks a nice signing. They've got to have the right desire to want to come and help improve our team and fit in. And I think in Danny, we've got somebody who is not only a high-quality person, and you've only got to speak to people that have played with him at Hampshire and Sussex and with England, and they'll tell you that he is of the highest quality as a bloke. He'll bring a lot of experience. He'll bring a lot of calmness to our spin area. He can help Alex Thompson keep developing and keep getting better, which is really important. And he complements Alex in that, he's a left arm spinner as opposed to another off spinner. So that will work in Alex's favour as well. And I just think it's, his whole attitude and desire to get better and improve and be the best he can be speaks volumes for him. And look, he had opportunities to perhaps have gone elsewhere and just played white ball cricket, but he didn't want that. He really wants to develop his red ball game, and we see Edgbaston as the ideal place for him to do that.
You talk about experience and obviously his international accolades, but it's quite daunting for him because he's coming into quite a young dressing room as well. So he's going to have to be a leader, isn't he? And a big voice in that changing room, especially with the likes of Bell, Patel, Ambrose all departing, all senior guys. He's going to have to step up in that role as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that's where, Bresnan, obviously, again, I go back to him, he's important from that point of view. But Danny, as I say, Danny's got a lot of experience. He's played a lot of cricket. He's got a lot of wickets. He's bowled on all sorts of surfaces and all sorts of conditions. So he will bring a real calmness and a real assurance to our team. He's not someone who's going to be standing up making Churchillian speeches every day, but what he does do is he leads by example. And that's his nature. He is somebody that he gets on, he does his work, he puts in everything he possibly can to everything that he does. And he will be a great learning buffer for some of our younger players who are looking to improve and get better. And I think that's, players learn from players. Coaches facilitate that learning, but players learn from players. And it's really important that we have the right people coming in to help us keep improving the players that we have got, keep improving the team that we've got, but people that have got experience and know how to win. And again, that's something that Danny, he knows how to win. He expects to win. He expects to be at finals day. He expects his team to be challenging for trophies. And that's something that, he hasn't lost. and he knows he's got his best years ahead of him as a spin bowler. And as I say, he's still got aspirations to play international cricket, and I hope that we can help him achieve that as well.
Would it be fair to say he's probably gone under the radar a little bit? He probably isn't getting the respect he deserves, because when you've taken the most wickets in the T20 Blast, you've got to be a pretty good bowler. I mean, he hasn't played in the IPLs, he hasn't been to the PSLs. Would it be fair to say he kind of just goes under the radar a little bit?
He does, because of his personality. He's not someone who shouts about himself. He's not someone who's constantly talking himself up and saying how good he is. And that'll be something that we'll do for him. We'll talk him up because we know that he's going to put in good performances. But, equally, I think one of the things with spinners, and as I say, I'm sure Jeets would concur with this. Simon Harmer certainly would. That they do get better with age, because part of the skill of being a spinner is seen it, done it, and been there before. And they know what's coming. They know how the game plays out. They know how overs play out. They've got to have the skill to be able to do it. Don't get me wrong. But what they do is they learn. I've been in this situation before. I know what happens here. I know how to bowl to this batsman. I know how to bowl in this situation. I know what's needed of me in this situation. And you're looking for, a lot of the best spinners around the world, the high quality ones, are calm people who have a very, very clear thought process of how they're going to get to where they get to. What over they need to bowl now, what ball they need to bowl in this situation. And they're really, really good at that. And that's why I think Danny will not only help us in terms of his performance, but also he'll help us in terms of helping our other bowlers. And I say he'll help to bring Alex Thompson on. Dan Mosley, who has bowled some off-spin for us this year. I think he'll be instrumental in helping some of those younger bowlers to make sure that they understand the game quicker, and it helps to enhance their learning as well.
One name you ever mentioned there in the spin department is Jake Lintott. Is there any update on him? Because his performances this year were incredible, weren't they?
Yeah, Jake did very well for us this year. And, he knows that, we're keen to keep Jake with us. So we are having some discussions, but I've got nothing to report at this stage. But he did very well for us. He took his opportunity. It started last year with Jake, in that he came and played some second team cricket. He did very well, and he worked incredibly hard over the winter on his fitness, on his game generally. And we gave him the opportunity, and he took his opportunity. He took it really, really well. And that's, that's what you want. And again, he's a good example at 27 of, a young man who played county cricket at 18, 19, 20, played for a couple of counties, had a couple of contracts, but it didn't quite work for him. And he's not given up. He's gone away. He's worked hard. He's played for Wiltshire in minor counties cricket, and he's come back and given himself another go. And he thoroughly deserved his opportunity. And that's why I say spinners will only get better with age. Experience comes with age. Experience comes with playing the game. And Jake has gone away, and as I say, played in the national counties, and has thoroughly earned his opportunity, and took it brilliantly this summer.